Hi everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I am going to explain you about the interview round for the SDET in detail, which will help you guys in preparing for the interview in a better way. So mostly in all the product based companies like McAfee, Walmart, Palo Alto, VMware, Amazon, they usually take 3 to 5 round of interview, which will consist of the following things. So we will start with the round 1 in details. So round 1 will be of around 15 minute. It will be with the hiring manager, which will give you brief about the project and the role. So they will start explaining you about the project, what is the project, what is the tool and technology they are using, what is your role in that project, and what is their expectation from you. So those things they will explain into the round 1, and and you can do the basic interaction with the hiring manager, and if you have any question you can ask, and they are happy to answer that. So this usually take around 15 minutes, and this is just to give you the brief about the role and what tool and technology you're going to work with. So moving on to next round. So next round will be of around 45 to 60 minutes. In this round there will be a technical interview which will going to ask you from easy to medium level code. So you can go and search for easy to medium level of coding question into the lead code or the geeks for geeks. So this round basically start with your intro and the basic background of your tools and technology which you have already used. So it will get started, and then they will ask you to write a coding question. So you can write your coding question in any language. You can use Java or Python. So there is no language barrier in this round. So once they give you the question, you can try to understand the question first. If you don't understand the question, ask to the interviewer how to approach this, or maybe what exactly the expectation for this question. So those basic things you can ask before writing the code. So once you understand the coding question properly, then you can start with the approach. So before writing the code, you can explain about the approach, like how you're going to write this code, or how you can provide the solution for this, what is the logic you're going to use. And whenever you're writing a code, even in that time also, you can explain your thought process. Okay, how you're writing this, why this for loop is important, why you are using this method. So those things you can explain to the interviewer, so that it can be more interactive, and interviewer can also provide you some hint. So that way you can explain better, and an interviewer will also understand, like, okay, this person having a good knowledge of programming into this particular language, or good logic. So it will increase your chances um, for getting success in this round. So start with the brute force method, and you can just write your code, show them, okay, this is the way you can do it, and then you can then after once you complete with the brute force method, you can start providing the optimal solution for that questions. So you can explain him, like, okay, this question can be solved using this way, and this is the more optimal solution which we can provide, which will save our time and the memory. So you you can explain your question, and yes, definitely, as I asked that you are expected to write easy to medium level questions. So guys, please prepare properly into the lead code or geeks for geeks or any coding website, and brush up your knowledge on this. So mostly it will consist of two questions. So try to at least practice 50 to 60 question, easy to medium level. Then once you complete with this round, in the next round will also consist of kind of technical only, but this will be mostly related on your automation framework and the testing methodology. So they will ask you about, what is the current automation framework you are using, like have you created it from the scratch, or was it a existing framework which you are improving or adding the files into that. So you have to explain about your existing framework architecture, how you are working on that. You can explain it briefly, and if the interviewer is interested, if they ask any question in between that, you can explain those questions. So mostly in this round, the question will be based upon like what kind of framework you are using, what is data driven, modular, keyword driven, or the hybrid framework. So you have to explain those things. You have to explain like when you are using your automation, is it running on a CI/CD pipeline? So they will ask you question related to the Jenkins or TeamCity, like how you're running it. So if you're running for the regression, is it running into the TeamCity pipeline on a regular basis, or a sprint wise, or each day? So those things you have to explain. You should have a knowledge of CI/CD pipeline also. So like in most of the company, they are using the cloud technology. So from the SDET, their expectation is to like they should know the basic about these technologies like container, Kubernetes, Elasticsearch. So if anything fails into any API, you can at least you can go to the log and verify it. So you should be very familiar with the Kubernetes, Elasticsearch. This is not the must thing, but you should know about these things. It will be a plus uh, for your resume. So apart from this, there is one tip, like if you have done any automation apart from your project to reduce the manual effort of a test engineer, then you can explain about that project. And you can first explain what was the problem, and then you can explain what is the solution you provided, and how much manual effort it has been optimized. So these things can add and make you more relevant toward this round. And then we can move to the next round. So in this round, this will also consist of the automation questions, and they will mostly ask you to write a small framework based upon the real use case. So if you are working in a Selenium, they will say like, okay, this is the website, and you have to do certain things, do some certain automation. You have to log into that website and validate a few of the attribute there, how data is exporting, and or maybe take the 100 screenshot of that particular website, or you can do the parallel execution from different browsers. So those things, they will ask you, they will give you some real time problem, and you have to provide the solution for that, how you will approach with your automation. And you whenever any interviewer asks you regarding how you will approach with the framework, first you can say like you will do it manually to understand what is the pain point. So once you do it manually, you will understand what all are the pain point, and then you can automate based upon that, so it can reduce the manual effort. So in this round, if like interview will ask you the domain specific questions also. So if you are in cybersecurity domain, e-commerce domain, they will ask you about. If you are in cybersecurity, they will ask you about the networking questions, security related question. If you are in e-commerce domain, or the company which you are giving interview is based upon the e-commerce, they will ask you question related to that. So you can go to the company website, you can check what they are doing, and you can just go to multiple website and practice these things related to the framework, how you can design, and take some question and try to create a small framework on top of that. So moving on to next round. Once you complete this round, so this is round 5. In the round 5, in most of the product based company, they have this behavioral round or the bar raiser round in Amazon. So in this round, basically they ask you some behavioral questions. So I added some question like you can share the time you made mistake at the work and how you handle that. So all of these question, you have to give the answer based upon your past experience and how you handle it, how what was your approach, and those things you can explain here. So they just want to check like how you can deal with the different situation, how you can handle the pressure, what all are the leadership quality in you. So at last, if you clear all these round, then HR will call you for the salary discussion, and you can negotiate it there. So prepare well, and all the best from my side. Go through in different website, collect all the information, and then you can just start giving interview. By giving interview you will get a lot of question and you can prepare in a better way. So I will suggest like start giving interview, and you will get selected definitely. Thank you all. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.